Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another interview here on the channel, and another interview specifically with the artists participating in ESCZ 2022. Now, today I'm joined by an artist that the whole internet has been talking about, and it is Judy from ESCZ. How are you doing this afternoon?
Hello, it has been great doing interviews since this morning, and I enjoy it because I was talking like just a while ago with one guy from Azerbaijan. Now I'm connecting to US, so it's just great to have a chat like to connecting like around the world like this. Amazing, enjoying.
Yeah. And I know, speaking of that and kind of that connection and kind of having that international kind of, I guess, networking and appeal, I know that you, prior to this selection, you've had a couple of international exposure. I mean, your songs have been played on the radio. I looked at Spotify, and you definitely have the plays on some of your music. So I guess for those of you who are meeting you for like the first time, this is the first time we're meeting Judy. How would you describe yourself and kind of your musical style?
So I've always felt like that I don't belong to no musical style because it was just like something so personal always for me, the music and all the creative part, that I did like always what I thought, what is like truth, what is like what I what it makes me feel good, and without thinking like which position I would take with those style of music or where would I fit. So it was kind of difficult journey because people tend to always kind of put you in like in some box anyway because they want to know like, so where do you fit in. And my problem was always like, I don't fit in. I don't know. I don't. So it was like it took a bit to just make people understand that this is like my own kind of style, or I don't know. It's of course like you could name it. I don't know. That's a dark pop, deep pop, alternative pop, art pop. I do also techno song. I do symphony. So it's like kind of, but everything I guess has like my own, like, let's say, timbro stamp. There is always like some kind of vibe that is like very mine, like something that I love to put into to not only music but also visuals. I
Mhm.
really care about the visuals. It's something very important for me because it just like extended or extra layer on the top of the music that just gives you another dimension, and I can little bit tell my story. But I also like love to give like big space also like in the music videos. So I don't like to give like exact line story for the music videos, but I love that it's kind of abstract, but in the same way it's evoking some kind of emotions and anyway telling some story behind, but love to keep there really open space so you can find your own interpretation a bit.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure that again, kind of getting that international exposure and everything, it's probably been a lot, especially since the release was like this past Monday on the 6th, and here we are, almost a week out, and like I said, the internet is talking about you, and you've got a lot of buzz behind you. So I guess what has the experience been like for like this entire process from kind of figuring out the song, submitting the song, getting selected, being announced, and now going through the voting process?
So there's a very beautiful story behind this song. Actually, when I wrote it, I was like in South Bohemia, in one beautiful place, surrounded by woods and lake, and we had like this songwriting session. And that day, I just knew. I just woke up and I knew I want to do, because we were doing like some previous day some music, and everybody was like doing like really hyped songs, like super produced and everything, and I just felt like I want to really do something just that will a little bit clear my ears, something very crystal clear. And so I laid down the vocal, the one like "Mm-hmm, and uh, and then I started to sing on. And then during this process, like like laying down like the bass line and all the other instruments only by my vocal, I was thinking, it came on my mind this word Jezinky. I think also because of the place where I was or something, something was like so. And there was also another girl, like my friend. We were kind of laying the vocals together, and it was like incredible. We didn't even speak. There was also another guy who was like recording, Josh from UK, and he didn't. No one of us spoke. We were just like singing out the emotion. It was something like some kind of ritual thing, and I think you can also like feel it from the song, because what happened was like we were singing, and I just remember the moment that I just breathed out, and Josh, that was sitting on the computer, he just turned and, what just happened? What was it like? And we were all of us like, like, I don't know, like it was just like some kind of pure. And I knew like there's like something special there's like some special energy that we have put there, and I could really feel it. So I was really careful how to proceed with the song, because when you are producing the song, it has really some complicated kind of way. You need to produce, then you're moving, then you make the mix, then you put some extra layers to and things. And I really believe that the very very first authentic magic happens for a very first moment. Then the tracks you start to elaborate them with the brain, what it could work, what are the steps that they used to do in the pop music, what is the thing that works. But doing all these processes, it's you just making something that it start to be not that authentic. How the very first thing that you did. And I knew this, so I was really careful how I bring the song, how I proceed. It was something really, I kept it really tender way, really softly. I was present each moment that someone was touching the mix or something, like even, like, oh, did you bring up this vocal like 2 dB up or something, like, no, like really careful so it won't fall apart. It's really easy that you can lose this very first magic. And that's what I was really like feeling. I need to really be careful that I will not lose this. So actually, the song stayed quite original, authentic, how it was made. In that moment, it's important to say I could never imagine I would go with this song to Eurovision Song Contest. It was like so the song was created in the purest intention, in just like and I think this is the thing that kind of you can feel from that there is like something very authentic, something truth, and so there is this story, the musical story behind that. It's so I was like processing long time what happened, and realizing like what's the message, like, because it was something, when sometimes you have some inspiration, some muse that comes, and just as an artist you just explore somehow, someone
Mm-hmm.
paint a picture. I was singing that time, and I was also processing what that meant, this message that I took out of me. And I'm still processing now, because it's actually constant process, like now connecting with all the people around the world, and being able to have this dialogue with them, to understand actually what is the impact of the song, what it makes them feel, what is opening inside of them when they hear it. So it's so interesting for me. It's still processing what is actually going on here because but of course I knew, like, when I created this, what I am bringing, like what is the message, what I want to say with this song. We also did the music video that we thought really well. Each details, each colors that we used, each symbols that are there means a lot for me, and they have like some deep message carrying. So yeah, that's the process. Really, it was, I really enjoyed that, because it was really like some kind of ritual for me, and really very excited to talk now and being able to have these dialogues with people and just talk about this, because it's very important for me, those feedbacks, and to just understand exactly what it actually evoke in other people, because I kind of kept it abstract in somehow, also musically, but also in video. So is everybody like say this story in different, little bit different way, but there is like always something in common still. But there are, like, some interpretations that are really interesting for me. So it's great to have this chat now about yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny that you'd mentioned kind of the word ritual, because when I was listening to the song, actually, I've listened to it a lot, in preparation of this. But I think one of the most interesting elements of the song is actually right at the beginning when it opens up and there's kind of like I don't want to say like a chant or anything, but just kind of like those sounds, like those mouth noises that happen,
Mm.
kind of
The
the
riddle.
first. Yeah.
The, the riddle. It's like now coming. I received a lot of comments at Esmer, and it wasn't like kind of intention, but I don't know. It was just the way I did it, and I also am lover of Esmer things, so maybe that's why I did it like unconsciously this way. But my intention was like to put in whenever the song at the very beginning some kind of riddle spell. We can say that it's like affirmation that says. Like I cook you the potion so you love me forever. I give you the potion so you love yourself forever. It's
Mm.
yeah, this kind of message at the very beginning. And yeah, it also for me, I don't know like how I thought of that. It just came on my mind that time. It's like I cannot explain like what happened that day, but I had like really like kind of I was in trance kind of thing. Like we were just like going with the flow, enjoying the moment, and it was so intense the process of creating this song that we even we didn't talk. We were just like singing, recording, and it was everything so spontaneous, like so there was so fluent and so beautiful. I remember it's still like inside of me this feeling from that session. um, and I think it was like not only us that we were creating the song, but in one moment it came into the room the guy. He wanted to make some shoot of us or something, and he just came in and he was like, wow. He also felt that there was some energy, like you could almost touch, some touchable thing in the air. So I just was like, yeah, just like some. It's like in the music, in whatever, like in art in general, you cannot like predict, you cannot like buy it, you cannot plan it, but sometimes just happen some moments. Sometimes just
Mhm.
happen like that, everything clicks and it just born, and you actually cannot so much. Uh, Sometimes we are trying too hard, and it's not there. Like more we try, sometimes more we are more far from some authenticity or something. But and sometimes it just happens something, some magical, like some moment that you don't understand actually how it happened, but yeah, it's powerful. It's
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah, well, and one thing I was really interested in asking you, and you had mentioned this a little bit earlier as well about how visual you are and how you take those visual elements very, very seriously. And a couple of people have been wondering, because obviously we saw your live performance already and kind of how you incorporated some elements from the music video and kind of and things in there. But a lot of people are just curious. So, in the event that you win ESCZ and you get to go on to Eurovision, have you already start to think about like what that would look like? Will we get an even larger version of the live on tape? What's in your mind?
um I would tell you exactly what we plan, honestly, but I it's like whatever I do, like in my past, whatever I did in my past, I'm always like connected. Like actually, this wasn't this live performance I did. It wasn't made like something extra special for the Eurovision. It's just like the way how I work. It's the way how I feel the art, how I try to explore the things. I did in my past already like few concerts with the like with the dancers, and we were like doing some kind of performative art because it's just another extended like uh, thing how you can explore actually some emotions, or so for me the movement is really like one of the pieces that are really amazing if you can connect with the music and art, also fashion and the lights. And so I really do care about each details, and I can tell you like in whatever I do, like if I use some symbolic, if I use some kind of lights and the clothing and some kind of symbols. It's everything because I was thinking very, very deeply about it, and everything has its own reason why it's there, why I use it. And it would be definitely on the big stage, definitely bigger stage. It would be bigger, and there, yeah, it would be just something that would be very. You could read a lot of things from that. It's not just like some superficial visual things, art that I do, but it has actually very deeper meaning for me, and I try to incorporate in what everything I do.
Okay. Well, and speaking specifically about Eurovision, I think that everyone kind of has their own reason for wanting to go to Eurovision. I mean, some artists, are looking again for that international exposure. Some are looking for kind of, I guess, that big kind of career break, depending upon kind of what their passes look like. So, I guess for you, what would it mean to you to be able to go to Eurovision and to Turin specifically and represent your country?
So, like for me, I know that I would anyway, if I wouldn't go to Eurovision, I would anyway uh, work, like continue do things, and I would go out of the Czech, and I would continue my work, and sooner or later, I guess that it would take longer time, but I guess I would arrive there because I just do it like really with the purest intention. And I think you, when you do something that you really love and you keep going, sooner or later you just, it just arrive. It just takes really long time and a lot of dedication and a lot of hard work, and that's what I'm just doing. And that's what I would do even if I wouldn't be picked for this national selection. But of course, like, this possibility elevates just everything, and kind of can help, can also, in the same time, many artists, they don't realize that uh, like being exposed, a lot of being like on being big buzz around you and being on a lot of eyes, it's actually a big responsibility. Because me personal, I realize I touch quite deep topics, quite personal topics. I am trying to give quite deep messages, and it's so easy nowadays that you are being misinterpreted, that your words are being twisted, and it's actually big responsibility. I just realized this, and I take complete like responsibility for that, like entering now in the Eurovision Song Contest, but at the same time very aware of this. And it's a hard one, but yeah, I think that's what we need to realize as an artist, like, more, that whatever you say, it's really you need to really mean it. You need to know what are you doing. What we're not, it's just not like blowing the words now because you want to win Eurovision, but it's just the whole thing. You need to really know what are you doing. It's not about like being famous or a breakthrough, but I think it's really important to know what you actually want to do, and what you want to bring, what you want to, why are you doing that. Of course, won't lie that for every artist is amazing that you can get like some attention, because that's why you are doing the music. At least me, I love to connect with people. Now I'm really enjoying those days because we are really having dialogues. I'm chatting with people about this track, about how they feel. Like, it's so amazing, and that's one of the reasons why I do the music. I love to connect with people and create those communities, and just trying to bring something to the world, like some message that of the uniqueness of each of us, to bring, to make it more colorful. If I said it right, the word. And
Yeah.
yeah, to stand for others, to stand for the underdogs, and this competition is so beautiful place. Like, as I said maybe before, I don't see like a competition, I just see like a celebration of music, like some connection. Because this period of time, especially the last 2 years, it's like so hard for all of us, and I feel that instead, like, making us more tight, it's just like we're being like so divided and so extreme. And this is really I feel really sad about this, and I would love, because as an artist I have this powerful thing, music, that I can somehow connect people. uh, that's what the music is amazing, that the art in general can kind of do this. So I think it's really important, like we as an artist also think about this like really deeply, and we try to have some deeper impact, not only think about us to become famous or to have a breakthrough or have money. I know that it's really important and pleasant, but I feel like a little bit heavier responsibility in all of this what I'm doing right now. So yeah, it's thank you for giving me also the chance to explain and to try to talk to the people. Yeah, thank you.
Of
Honestly.
course. Of course. And, in the event that, some of our readers and some of our fans want to connect with you and kind of establish some of that dialogue with you, how can they do that? What, social medias, YouTube, where can they find you?
Definitely on Instagram account that I'm being quite active. I'm trying also my Twitter, but there is really every time I open it, it's it's a lot of things going on. I'm not able to follow that honestly. It's now it's a lot, and I'm like trying to handle everything by myself. So really trying to respond to everyone, but the Instagram for now seems like the most easy way for me. Like yeah, it's just there we can definitely connect and have a chat. I'm doing live streams like those days quite often, so you can reach me on the live stream, we can have a chat, or it was really, yesterday we were doing like some, and we had really, there were some good, really great points on, in general it was really helpful, like, and I enjoyed so much. I was never doing like so many live streams honestly, but now when there is really like some deep dialogues, I start to enjoy it so much because there is a lot of things to talk about like at this moment. So yeah, it's enjoying it really.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Judy, I want to thank you so much. I want to be respectful of your time, but I want to thank you for joining us here at ESC United. And of course, we also want to wish you the best of luck over the next couple of days and as the final results come in on the 16th. Of course, if you are listening and you want to go and support Judy, make sure that you go to ESCZ 2022. Make sure that you vote. That is important. If you would like to support the channel here as well, make sure that you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the notification bell. That way you know the next time we post our next interview series. But until then, I will wrap us up here. I'll kind of send us on our way. And we will catch all of you next time. Goodbye, everyone.